morning and a pleasant day to you. This is TDN Africa Media, and this is the Breakfast Show. I am Joy Soya.
And I am Sylvia John.
Well, we're excited to come your way, being that this is the start of a new week.
Of course.
Yes.
And I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. I know I did promise them on Friday that I was going to have an eventful weekend, but it didn't go as planned. But it is what it is.
I can only imagine.
So don't forget that the Breakfast Show is a current affairs program that comes to you every Mondays to Fridays, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. live in all of our social media platforms. So I know currently if you're not watching us on YouTube, you will be watching us on Facebook.
Exactly. Well, moving in today's edition, we have quite a handful of top topics to discuss. But however, top on our list, we know that TDN takes to the street to speak with women ahead of the Women's Day, which is on March 8th, which is on Wednesday. And we also saw 50-50 gender promotion, or a women gender group that speaks to ensure that all political parties ensure that women are well represented ahead of the elections. And of course, ECSL engages political parties ahead of the general elections. These and many more we have in today's edition. I am Joy Soya.
Sylvia John.
And we'll be right back after the break.
We make music exclusive, brothers. MP Sounds.
Home, sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa. Home, sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa.
Greetings, family. I am in Sierra Leone and have successfully obtained citizenship with the help of African ancestry. May the Mende women whose lineage I am born into be pleased with me for returning home on their behalf. They were told they had entered the door of no return, but that has been proved wrong. We have come 360 degrees. It's our time now.
I did come home, melanin dripping like we never left. Black excellence, yeah, you know we are the best. 400 years away, you don't say why they pray for this day. Let us build each other up. Me famble come back home. Let's make Africa great. Black people come back home. Let's make Africa great. Black people come back home.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, this is TDN Africa Media Breakfast Show. So women or people gave their opinion on our program, Waiting the People Say, on the upcoming Women's Day celebration. When it comes to women in this country, I would like to say that is my specialty. But then let us get the views and the opinions on TDN's report.
Sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa. Sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa.
Let's make Africa great. Black people come back home.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. I am Aminata Kouma. Today we then a treat for Talk to Woman them. because as we all know, this na March and now woman the month. So we then at it for get woman their opinion on Women's Day. Una join we and take a look. Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. You can tell Fambule your name.
Aminata Pikamara.
Okay, Aminata. You know say this na March and now women the month this and March 8th we dey celebrate Women's Day. Why you think say them for celebrate Women's Day?
Well, March 8th is a special day for every woman because women are special. So it's obvious we need for celebrate them as a whole.
Okay. Sierra Leone, we get women organization them now all about this country. You think say their organization and they do the work for woman empowerment?
Yeah, and they do them. And I like how they do them.
How?
Because they don't bring a lot of skills now. We make even the young one there, we're not educating in a way that they're able to go and enroll themselves.
Okay. So what thing will be your message to women out there as we get for celebrate March 8th, Women's Day?
Well, first, I want to tell all the women and thank you because as a woman, you don't need for look to your man. You don't need for look to your bikini. You don't need for look to society. All you need for do as a woman, you need for work hard in all aspects of life so that you go able to achieve whatever little thing we think say will be best for you.
Thank you for talking to TDN Africa Media.
Yeah, so you said.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media.
Yeah.
Your name, please?
My name Marion Toure.
Marion, you know, say we're inside March and we don't label this month as Woman Month. So in March 8th, we can celebrate woman. What do you think, say, or what is the reason you believe, say, them for celebrate woman for?
Well, I need for celebrate Women's Day because women they get great role where they play both in forefathers' time. Women get plenty role where they do. Although yes, the man they not really appreciate you, they look down on we, but women get put in where they play. So we need for celebrate Women's Day.
So how the man look down on you?
Well, like first, most of the man they nowadays now human rights don't come, and they take and say because of we na woman, the beating now they take advantage of it because of we na woman. Some side and they are some villages they agree even if then king the way they born and they are allow if you see you born woman or their girl picking come, then they say not so better thing come. That then a man they no more. But what man they can do, woman self can do more than what man they can do.
Okay. And we get woman organization there where they raise the awareness for women. You believe so they do the work effectively?
Yes, of course. Now they do it because they don't make the way that they look down, they don't look less now. Because of where they don't enlighten the man and say, woman not for day na kitchen, woman not for day and they do house choices no more. Woman for the day na offices, woman they for they do what man they do, woman they self for they do them. So if imagine if now you the man no more they go out, they go bring can so start it in if in case you get accidents or this and that you don't land that woman there for be housewife, how you the home they go before? That you don't go the home be and if you not able for go, but if you woman self day offices, self land educate. So go now see if you not able for go, that woman they able boost up the family, they cover that shameless day.
So what now you message they send for woman then?
Well, the message is that let no woman not sit down one place where you know educate. They can say me man say la no work. Even if you learn book, you can't college. You man say no work at the pay. No, you know right. You need for empower yourself, not for the man, but for yourself, for you tomorrow. If that man they makes life by you education waiting you do put your hand by you able to go before you need watch self man. So woman we need for empower yourself, not for able per man no more.
Thank you very much talking to TDN.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome back. This is TDN Africa Media, the breakfast show. I am Joy Claudia Yedutsoya.
Sylvia John.
Well, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms as we are currently live. Taking us further in today's edition, you just saw a report on Waiting the People Say, where which TDN was on the street of Freetown to discuss or have a word with few women on their thoughts around the upcoming International Women's Day. Sylvia, you're a woman, likewise myself. What can you say overall? Are we worth celebrating?
Excuse me?
Yes, are we worth celebrating?
That is not even a question, because I think asking me that question is a trigger to me.
So let me hear what you have to say. Let me hear what you have to say, because I'm certain there are people out there who, from the other gender, who might not see our essence really.
I know,
so
I know.
Let me hear from you.
I know, exactly. But that's the thing. To be a woman, first off, is a full-time job. I would start there. And some of those women that were being talked to on the program, they're mothers. So you're taking 1 day break. Imagine, of all the days in the year, you're taking 1 day as a woman, and you're asking if you deserve. It is well deserved. It is on. I think there should be Women's Day every week.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll toe the line with what you just said. We've come a long way.
Yes.
When it comes to the woman at the forefront, we've come a long way.
Exactly.
History tells us that we were subjected to just being closed mouth.
Yes.
At the back in the kitchen.
Yes.
Breastfeeding children and all of that. But we've come a long way at this point where society has changed the narrative to a large extent.
Yeah, because we will say they are trying to change, because there are still some mindsets, there are still some people.
Yeah, obviously. Well, we would say Rome is not built in 1 day.
Yes.
But so far, so good with all the... Now, mind you, in the International Women's Day is geared towards celebrating women's excellence across all levels. Political, social, cultural, at all levels where which women have been able to man certain gates and ensure that their voices are heard.
Yes.
They bring about the change that the society needs. They have solutions within them, and they're able to exhibit. So the right that has been given, women have fought so long for it, and so it is worth March 8th and many more days. But sadly, we only have 1 day to celebrate.
Yes.
Women's excellence. We'll have a debate and see if there could be an addition. But mainly, the goal is to celebrate. And we don't celebrate just people who are at the forefront. Our mothers, they've come a long way.
They have.
They have.
They have. So it is a well-deserved. I'm so happy for all the response on the ladies. The response they gave was amazing. That is exactly what we want to hear, because it is well-deserved. It's not easy. We're not saying being a woman is harder than being a man,
obviously,
which we all know, yes, it is. But it is a hard thing to do. It is a hard life to live. Being a woman, it comes with a lot of challenges. Thinking that society left us behind a long time ago, we're trying to catch up. So it is hard, really.
Well, yes. The story is really long and short, and now we turn them. We've come a long way. The challenges, talking about challenges, even still till today, it's only recently that the government signed the act that gives women
30%,
at least 30% representation.
Yes.
So it's a progress, but look at where we are. It's 2023.
But this is the funniest thing.
2023.
Even when there's a women's holidays on Wednesday, women are still going to work. Do you know that? Because you really have to get up because it's your home. You cannot just leave it. You have to take care of the kids, maybe cook for your husband. So I really hope on that day the men are around.
They can pamper women. I mean, you have your mother, you have your wife, you have your sister. Say something nice to them. At least pat them on the back. You've done well. You've been strong for us. At least they don't necessarily have to give you money for you to see their worth. The fact that they're existing, in fact, is a whole thing to celebrate.
Yes.
So we want to see how best men can be able to, as best as possible, support and celebrate the excellence of a woman come this the 8th of March, which is this Wednesday. And let them just feel free. Let them just relax. You know, let them feel their own worth.
That is what we're hoping for, but deep down we know like 80 or 90% of homes, the women are still going to work.
Well, though obviously that won't change, but at least let's be hopeful that some of our men, our brothers, our fathers can at least inculcate a little bit of empathy. Because
yes.
towards the women in their lives, you know, throwing support and celebrating them. With a kiss, with a text message, with a gift, however you can celebrate them. Because
buy us flowers.
Well, that's
chocolates.
Not really part of our culture. So
well,
they only give you flowers on Valentine's, and even that, there's no guarantee that you even see it. So,
but that's the thing. Sometimes when you're watching movies and then you see all these people, like you see a man give you flower and they're like, I really want to have that spark. I guess I'll buy myself flowers that day.
Let's see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. Well, that's with Waiting the People Say reports, where TDN was on the streets of Freetown to discuss women's views, their inputs ahead of the International Women's Day, which is happening on the 8th of March 2023, this Wednesday. Well, let's take a different approach with the 50-50 report. Would you love to?
Again, talking about women, because this is the thing. 50-50 is a long-time organization that came to make sure women have equal rights in the country. Yes, even though we have 30% to occupy every institution, they are there and they are calling on all the political parties to engage women on their parties or their platforms or their jobs they have in there, because they have seen what is going on and thought it fit that they have to call their attentions. Yes, there are still some parties who haven't made decisions or like choices on that, so they are trying to like call them for them to like be awake or something. We all know that the parties that has come up with their like running mates, flag bearers, we're not seeing women. The only party that has a woman who is aspiring to like be a flag bearer or is a flag bearer is the founder for Unity Party. And we all know that that is not really a fair game. So the 50-50 group of Sierra Leone, which is created on a basis to promote the participation of women in politics and diverse areas, has called on all political parties to ensure that women are in top positions to be representatives of their communities in the upcoming multi-year elections. The group made this call in a press release issued on 4th March 2023 and signed by its president, Dr. Fredlin M. Colmark Hill. So this is the thing. It is really nice that people are getting into like the space of women. Talking about women, that is not something personally I would like to joke with, because we have seen the All People's Congress Party, they're coming out. Yes, they haven't chosen all of their people in positions or like in parties yet. So this is a hard call, but we have seen the Sierra Leone People's Party come up with their people, and all we see is men, men, men. So we really hope that this will be looked into, as the press release should be taken seriously and they should work on it. Honestly, women, we do a lot of job, but we're always underrated, and it won't go down well with every woman. just earlier we were talking about the Women's Day and how women work and do this and do that. Yet we're not appreciated. And this is the thing about being a woman. We work, yes, but we will also like to be appreciated. We will also like to be put into like these positions that will be in charge. Our mayor presently, or let me say former mayor, because they were to vacate all positions on 1st March. She was a woman. And it's not the first time Sierra Leone have got a female mayor. And we've seen how hard they work. When it comes to politics in Sierra Leone, many people will advise that women should stay off. And that is not the thing anymore. But like, give us positions for us to handle. We're seeing the flyers that says you have to put Madam Ivona Kisoya to be like a running mate. There are people who are really for that kind of thing. And if you guys are not doing anything, because there are many positions, like I said, that have come up and we've seen a man fulfills it. If you guys are sending a message that women are not important, well, this is what 50-50 has got to say.
Well, it's a lot to process.
It is.
For me now, I'm torn in between because listening from your submission already, there is a need for women to be put in certain positions. I'm not too okay with the fact that it involves the word being put in certain positions, because at the end of the day, despite the fact that women haven't taken the forefront or have not been given rights or haven't taken charge of certain spaces, I really still at the same time don't feel like we should be given. I feel like some things are earned, and at best as possible, I want to see where which it's the capable women that take up these positions, because it's vague when we just say give women. So that means any woman, as long as you're a woman, can like just go. Yes, and that is not what I'm up for. I'm up for the woman with the potential, the woman who've invested in her life, in her character, in her philanthropy, in whatever she has placed her hand to do. A woman who has taken charge, who has ensured that she's the change that people need, or who feels like they can add value to the current situations and space, both politically, business-wise, and all the rest of it. Women of that nature are the ones we want to see take up positions, and those who have fought for it, in fact, because being put is like it sounds funny to me. It is so on womanhood. It's like no puts for look them out. Yes. And that shouldn't be the case, because even as a woman myself, I'm hoping that it's potentials that we put forward.
But that's the thing,
to man our situations. And I would say, in talking about potentials, that is where we lack. How many women can we point that they are examples?
It is. But that's the thing. So already they're not like allowing women. There was this whole rumor. Well, it's not a rumor because I did watch the video. There was this whole video that Zainab Sharif was like trying to do, advocating for women, and she said something that is very key on that place. First off, you have to like get in line that this is politics. Even when you're a man, they do not just put any kind of man in position. You have to like work for the party. You have to like earn something for them to put you there.
Earn your space.
Yes. So there are women, if we have to call it, will be in numbers. There are women really working, but they are the underdogs because this is where they have submitted them to. So, and the part I was talking about when it comes to Zainab Sharif, she said, put this prominent woman in front, then leave the people to the side. What they should have done at least is put some key women there and then advocate for them and see how people go to them. Oh. I believe that people would have gone length and breadth because it is about time. But they're not even giving women the chance. There are some women, if they did put them for like, okay, let's say it's the flag bearership, it's an election thing. put them and then advocate for them, and then people get to see them and like them. There are women who can like really do it, but they're not given the chance, if we want to be honest. In different parties, they're not really giving them the chance. They just walk behind the scene, and then a man will be in front, and then everything about the man will be okay, while the people that are walking behind, who are supposedly women, they're not in the spotlight, they're not having chance, they're not having all these positions.
Well, the norm had been most times, even given ministerial positions when a government wins, the woman's position is the deputy.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Is the deputy to the minister.
It's always like that.
It's hardly a woman in front. Well, with the current, the outgoing government, Memunatu Prat was a key example of a woman who deserved her space, even though she deserved her space,
and that's what I'm talking about.
She was lecturing, so she was investing in herself and investing in people, in students. So an appointment as such was well earned because she had been doing a lot behind the scenes. So as much as we want to see the change, we will still ensure or still try as best as possible to advocate for women, even in the back. We smell it we they do. You understand? So we need women supporting women. Those who are at the back doing stuff, at least we should be able to promote if their businesses, their ideologies, their ideas, their existence. We should be able as women to promote these ones. Sell you business.
Yes.
Sell you person. So by doing that, Sierra Leoneans can see the potential, and their mindset will start to be reformed. Okay, this woman, I think based on what she has been doing, she's capable of this. Let's support her.
That should have really started a long time ago. Because women are doing a lot. This is no emphasis. Women are doing a lot. If you are the people that you are seeing now, okay, you will say minister this, minister that, the president, His Excellency, but all of those men have women behind them that are working tremendously to like put them in that position, in that shape that you see them. And one thing, I think Sierra Leoneans, we should be women Sierra Leoneans, so we should be selfish. Because this is the thing, you plan to like work as an underdog to promote men, hoping they will give you this position one day. And that one day will never come, let me tell you. It will never come if you like put your hope and trust in them. And honestly, it's time to switch. It's time for like women to really give ourselves thumbs up, try to work harder to earn a position.
Support each other.
And we like demand our own position. We should not wait for 50-50.
Support each other. Support it.
When it comes to support, even the men, it's the support that is not in Sierra Leone.
Well, no. All the elections I've seen, the men, woman or Pikino, they always support. So when we had TDN had a discussion with Madam Femi Claudius Cole, who is the leader of Unity Party, one of the things she said she struggled with when she contested 2018 was the fact that she didn't get the amount of support she deserved or she wanted from women. So she was standing as the first female with a new party and stuff like that. And she said the majority of her support came from actually men. So that tells us that even women, as much as we want to man certain spaces, we are still not being a shoulder to each other.
I see the point you're coming from.
Yes, so
because the flag bearership of All People's Congress Party, I saw that there was a woman listed. I think her name was Susan, something like that.
Susan Bona.
And actually, she has 0 votes. And I'm like, how? How do they really have 0 votes? Is it that they're not allowed to like vote for themselves or something? I don't know why this is funny.
I'm telling you, is it that she didn't vote for herself or she backed down at last minute and gave someone else? We don't know.
No, but that's the thing. You're a woman and you're trying to push forward. If you're being given the chance to vote, why not vote for yourself?
and there were other women within the party
So
who
this
could
is the
have
support
easily,
part.
yes,
They do not support.
So,
and we should really try to do that.
So as much as we really want men to see us with a different light, we want to be in charge.
We
want
should
to take
earn.
It should be earned. So
Yes.
that is why I was really in between, telling we can't dictate to political parties that they should women. I think in earning our space, we should see how far we've gone in supporting each other, because that's where the whole change starts. We are still pointing fingers at each other. We are still competing with each other.
Yes.
You know, and there is a little bit of jealousy and competition.
No, that is always there.
It's always there. So
always there.
until we're able to move past it,
Yeah.
then we can boast of, or we can demand spaces. Because even if they put a woman, if we not support each other, it not go do nothing.
That's
it not go get the
true.
support. So
That's
there's no
true.
point in putting these women in spaces, and we as women, we are not ready to support. So what change do we want? So let's start with our mindsets, our support mechanism, a different approach to life, and then at the end of the day, when we demand, man, they watch we corner. I say
At all not. No, that's
So
what happened.
we're looking forward to that change, but until then, we're taking a very short break, and we'll be right back to take us further in the TDN Africa Media Breakfast Show.
We make music exclusive, brothers. MP Sounds.
Sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa. Sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa.
Greetings, family. I am in Sierra Leone and have successfully obtained citizenship with the help of African ancestry. May the Mende women whose lineage I am born into be pleased with me for returning home on their behalf. They were told they had entered the door of no return, but that has been proved wrong. We have come 360 degrees. It's our time now.
I did come home, melanin dripping like we never left. Black excellence, yeah, you know we are the best. 400 years away, you don't say why they pray for this day. Let us build each other up. Me famble come back home. Let's make Africa great. Black people come back home. Let's make Africa great. Black people come back
Home, sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa. Sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa.
Let's make Africa great.
Well, moving forward, knowing that you're enjoying the program, you're enjoying the talks, please don't forget to subscribe and share the live so people can get this information that you're having. Don't be selfish with it. We're all Sierra Leoneans and we all deserve to know what is going on. So in our next news, we would like to show you another sneak peek of the Lungi Airport. Yes, we showed it before, but TDN was on the scene on the opening day, and wow. Wow, just wow. The program commenced very quickly. Everything was on time. Everything was set. We saw the president was there, the first lady, many prominent people, almost all of them actually, were there, and the program came to a success as we saw people later celebrated. They had parties, they have like this side talks and everything. It's an amazing view. So this that you're seeing is the luggage check, which they said it wasn't in the airport, in in the Den Airport?
Oh, well, the Den Airport, you know, I'm excited, even though we have like 25 years before to pay up for this investment.
Yes.
And mostly Sierra Leone now, that's our usual trend. Every time we invest in certain areas and develop, we have the deals we sign are 25 years, you know, past government and even now. But all that aside, I feel like this airport is really applaudable because of the standard that it is right now. If you've gone to the airport before now, if you have gone, you will not be proud. Especially if you've gone to other countries and you've seen how well organized, how well the architectural wise, the planning of the airport, everything is on point and it's standard. And when you enter Lunge, you're not sure if it's just one tiny building.
Yes. Some people did videos on TikTok and be like, when they're inside the airport, they're like, am I still in Sierra Leone? Oh, am I in abroad?
This one is really commendable. It's up to standard, up to class, you know, and it represents us well. Dawa Obinget, the one we had before now, wasn't something to smile about. It wasn't something to smile about. It's dark, it's small.
Many furnitures were like scattered and broken and old.
It wasn't. Nothing was in place. Nothing was inside out. It was the same struggle. You know, it doesn't give you that that exciting feeling at the airport. Trust me. And this one really, it's nice. The views, these facilities that are in place, you know, and it gives us some form of, I don't know how to put it, but as a learner,
recognition.
You feel,
imagine tourists walking into that building. You will know you have entered. It's Africa.
That's the word. Well, I don't want to say it's Africa, but just Sierra Leone in general. The airport at least should give you that feeling to anticipate what you meet when you cross to the mainland, you know, when you cross over to main Freetown, you know, you're already starting to think of the airport is this nice, then the country is all nice, you know. But the airport we had before, it dampens your spirits. Me personally, dampened my spirits because you're like, if Nazo Zalo airport, imagine no more how the country go out for watch or how things are not in place. So this already gives us some form of standard in the eyes of people coming into the country for the first time or people who haven't been to Sierra Leone in a long time. When they come now, there's that ease.
It's a wow speed.
Exactly, that wow speed. Really,
and at first we did a video, still the program, Waiting the People Say, on people's opinion about the contract.
Yeah.
No one had nothing nice to say about the contract. So I think that is the unfortunate part, that we had to like make a 25 years contract. Well, people think it's too much. People think it's a long time.
It's a long time, but it's usual because Sierra Leone, we're struggling with we do not man our economy, so we don't produce, we don't export. So things that should give us money as a country, we don't invest in it. So at the end of the day, we find ourselves asking for loans or signing such exorbitant
and it's always like that.
Year in, year out, government in, government out. This is like consciously a Sierra Leonean is a thumbprint. We always have these exorbitant contracts that we sign. When it came to the toll gate as well, that was the same thing. 25 years.
Yes.
In the mining sectors, 25 years. And so we don't get to enjoy some of these facilities. The income, we don't get to see it until after 25 years. At that time, how old will you be? You are not sure. Your children are on the way. Yes.
Are you even sure that after the 25 years you will see the income?
Well, that's the thing. So all our investments and our contracts are all futuristic. We are hoping at the end of the day we would see if the facility not spoiled before the 25 years, in fact.
So this is why we really hope that there will be some enhancement of laws, because we really don't want those things to get spoiled like just like that or like earlier.
Well,
because we know that everything do spoils, but
well, we have maintenance issue, long and short.
Well,
we have maintenance issue.
When it comes to Sierra Leone, there's a lot of buts, but I'm happy that because this is one great step. This is a big step. This is a huge step. Even tourists will be so happy. Even just people who want to like rest, you can now come to Sierra Leone for like vacations, and you like the airport. I think that's the first part, coming into a country. And then you just landed in the airport, and then you saw these things and like, oh, wow. Yeah.
I think there's much more to see. You know, you already anticipate the country just by working. But in terms of the contracts, it's usual. We just hope there's a government that sees different, or there are other aspects of developments that will take where which we're able to see that Sierra Leone is able to be self-sufficient financially. We invest in agriculture, we invest in exports, we invest in natural resources. At least we're able to see revenues from what we have, and by that we'll be able to self-pay for some of these contracts and developments that are taking place across Sierra Leone, little by little. If we're able to do it by ourselves, we won't need to take loans, we won't need to. So the solution
that will really come.
Hopefully.
When it comes, hopefully. TDN will be here for you anyways.
Well, obviously, we'll give you the news as it comes, unbiased, unshattered, exactly as it is. We'll bring that to you. So, moving forward.
Yes, moving forward, we will like to bring you a program that was conducted by the ECSL. They call on all politicians ahead of the 2023 elections, just giving them the pros, the cons, the do's, the don'ts, basically educating them. So the ECSL is the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. Has rolled out a training session with political aspirants at different levels ahead of the general elections. The training was organized by the National Democrat Initiative, NDI, and the Political Parties Registration Commission Sierra Leone, which is the PPRCSL. So there was a training in Bombali district. There was a training in another different district. I think they did about 4 or 5, and there were prominent people there, which they item and engagement. They did preparations. The ECSL is also currently in Liberia supporting the NEC through its directions, or like its director of data management and voters role. There are so many things going on with that organization, and well, they are doing a good job. We will say that's a great job, because this is something we will really like to see. This is something we will really like to go for. Even though they're like side, I think there are different organizations trying to put up this arm, trying to help the government, help the people. Because as we say, even in the program, one thing that it majorly puts to place, or was just emphasizing on, is the no violence. And there's a lot of discussion about this no violence, that I really hope there will be no violence. Because if there is violence, then you guys really are wasting our time. So we really hope there's no violence. You don't see that coming, do you?
I'm trying to be very positive here. I'm trying.
Trying to be positive is one thing. To be realistic,
but to be, yes,
it's another thing.
And realistically speaking,
you're not saying that.
I'm not saying any peaceful election.
You're not the only one not saying that.
Because usually, the spice that Sierra Leoneans see, there must be throwing stone, there must be there must be police arrests. There must be a whole lot of trademarks when it comes to our elections. So I'm not sure we have grown as a nation to see that at the end of the day, our election is free and fair and peaceful.
And this is one thing we always say: the government is this, the government is that. We hear a lot of bad things about the government, but stay in line that there will be no government on that day causing violence. They're all gonna go out, vote, and then come back. You, the supporters, we, the people in the country, we are the one that really creates this violence.
Yes, because we support, you know.
So be a supporter is one thing. To be a violent person is another thing. Because you can support. There is a way you can support. You could be happy for the person, jump, dance.
And in supporting, ensure to tame your mind to know that the realistic part of this whole thing is that everyone is entitled to support whoever they want.
Yes.
So as you being a supporter of one person, you should be open-minded when you see another. And try as best as possible not to be offended by their own level of celebration or their conversations and all of that. You support who they support in peace. And that is how we can see that there won't be any need for a fight or grudge and all of that. But at least let us have a mindset that everyone is entitled to supporting whoever they want based on how they benefit.
Yes.
You know, and based on what they hope for, or what they hope to benefit at the end of the day. Everyone is entitled. So let's start from there. Maybe we can be able to see that there won't necessarily be fighting with stones or tear gas or
I really hope that do not happen this time.
We just hope it doesn't happen. And we want to now, when we talk of elections and all of that, mind you, our sister nation Nigeria conducted their elections, and it wasn't free and fair and as we hoped for. So that alone, first of all, dampened my spirit, because these giants of Africa, I mean, we were hoping that at the end of the day, there would be necessarily all what went down at their election. So what hope do Sierra Leoneans have when it comes to conducting elections and making it as fair as possible?
One thing when it comes to election,
less violence, because even Nigeria they had that.
Yes, you know, there were people, there were lots of victims that had this violence thing, and they were punished for it. And this is the thing, because there's always going to be people who are not fair, people who will try to overdo for party they support. There are people who will always try to be violent. What I'm saying is, when you see those people, yes, it is in their nature. Just push away from them. Try to protect yourself. You go and do what you have to do, and then you just leave them the way they are. Because they will be punished, that is one thing. Because we have seen the Sierra Leone police sent message on that. We have seen many advocates, many organizations, they're coming together to warn you guys for no violence, because a serious act will be taken upon you. Why do you want that for yourself?
I just hope that Sierra adhere to the wise words of TDN.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, because we are really warning you guys every day. It's for your protection and safety.
Because we're all Sierra Leoneans at the end of the day.
Yes.
We want the best for our country. And so we don't want to lose our fellow man, our fellow citizens. We don't want to lose a brother, a sister to violence. We don't want to lose them to Panema prisons, you know.
It will be Panema prisons for the most part.
And some people will be the grave for the most part. So we don't want that. So that is why at every point we have a topic that relates to politics. We always back it up with peace. We back it up to ensure that we're on the same page as Sierra Leoneans. It's your duty to adhere to see that our country moves forward, you know. So let's see how that goes. And over the weekend, moving forward, we saw that there was something bad, I would say, that happened at the hospital. You want to take that?
And this is the this is the embarrassing part of this news that we're about to present. For someone that comes here and talk about women, it is hard for me to say this. But then a female went in to the cottage hospital and steal a baby. And the thing about the female is she is a former footballer. Yeah. Because I don't really know how she got to the point, because it was reported that she passed the first gate, the second gate. And the third gate was the problem. And I'm so happy that the security were alert. One thing, when I saw this, one thing I did, I said, what does she want to do with the baby? Because when you steal a child that isn't yours, it gets to my mind, what you want to, is it that you want to raise the child as your own? Is it that you don't have a child? Or is it that you want to mortgage the child? Is it that you want to sell the child? Is it that you want to do rituals? Yes, there are lots of things that come to mind, and it is heartrending. She was a goalkeeper of the Jam Jam Football Club in Kenema. And the fact that her name is Musu, that's also something that is getting me, but let's move forward. But she was arrested by the police, and she was allegedly attempting to adopt a baby.
Well, this is certainly no news. I feel like, well, it is news, but it's not new.
Yes, it's not. It's not the first time.
It's not the first time.
It's not the second time.
It's not even the 10th time.
Yes, it's not. But she really went so far with it. So she put on a nurse uniform.
Well, this is the same thing that has been happening over the years, in particularly that hospital. There's always going to be someone stealing a child dressed as a nurse. So it's not necessarily the appearance, not the issue. I don't know if you understand.
Yes.
It's just that some people just have made up their mind that they want to suffer. A woman who's carried a child 9 months.
Exactly.
Sleepless nights, pains, and all of that. And
exactly.
When she's ready to see her food, she saw them. Hours later, you steal the child. That's really evil. I don't know how else to. That's so satanic. Because you cannot steal someone's joy, man. It's just not right. And the fact that it has been occurring over the years, I'm happy that this time around this one was caught. I don't want to know if she was the former footballer or the current.
It doesn't really matter. She's not a thief.
The fact that she's caught,
thief. Like, you don't do that.
I just pray that the law takes its course, because for all the other women who never had justice,
yes,
they gave back to their children. Up to this day, they are nowhere to be seen or found, and this is not a country wherein we are good in investigations and all of that. Once a child is missing, it's done.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't get to even if na kill and kill them, you cannot really trace or find a body to it. And
yes,
we know ritualism takes place. It's not new. They say that people sacrifice blood and humans. We don't know if that's where those kids end up.
Yes.
We're not sure if the person that steals the baby is going to sell the baby or traffic the baby across borders, or even across to other provinces and be taken care of by other parents and all of that. Like, so many possibilities, and people constantly do that and put our minds in unrest, thinking what would happen with this child, what would become of this child. And once the baby is born young, not to like say in face, you they end up no.
Yeah.
So even growing up, you're not sure if you'll be thinking 10 years down the line, will she still be alive? Will I come across her? And we don't have all those technologies to do blood, whatever. Because in Europe and the Americas, we know that they have DNA testings, yes, and they all have database and all of that. So when something pops up at any time, you can be able to trace your roots or your biological father or mother. Things like that are in place for them. With Sierra Leone, no. We only know it's your father if you look alike, hopefully, or if you are in the house. And so if a child has been missing or has been stolen, it's the end of the road for the mother to ever know. Until she dies, she's not able to know what happened to her child. So it's bad, it's evil that it is still happening. So this is not new.
Even the way she invested in this whole thing, she said it like clearly. So first off, she has been going to the hospital, just hanging around there, pretending to be a nurse for like 3-4 days.
It was premeditated, so.
And she like just go ham on the baby. So this is the thing why we will have no sympathy for you. The fact that you invested that much time, you should have, like, if you want a baby on your own, there are so many things you can go through these days. It's not the old generation. If at last you cannot give birth, you can always adopt and take care of a baby if you want to take care of a baby. But then stealing, and there are people who are willing to like give you the child. So why go to the length of like stealing it? So this is why it will be hard to even believe that you want to take care of the baby, because you did it in a wrong way, and there's so many right ways that you should have gone through and like do it. So I'm sure that your old football club is disappointed at you, because everybody is, as a matter of fact. So whatever reason you did that for, honey, it wasn't cool at all. And when it comes to children, I also do not take that as a joke. You're a woman, and people are like this are the people like that are disgracing womanhood. In as much as we try to like promote women, they are the people like they're just spoiling things for like everybody, and it's not a nice thing to do. It's a bad joke. Bad. So we're going to move forward with the newspaper, and we're going to give you the latest newspaper of today. Interestingly, whenever I look up to like these newspapers and I see something about money being stolen, that's a trigger for me. But let's get our first newspaper. So this newspaper you're seeing on your screen, oh God, I don't even know at this point anymore. But then it's a Prime News newspaper. Authorities struggle to tackle threats against public-facing women. Sorry. I don't even know what that is really about to be like moved. But yeah, that is that. The Gambian lawmakers visit Sierra Leone. Also in this issue, pace of reform towards equal rights for women falls to 20-year low. Well, we're always talking about women, and well, that is that. Would you like to take the other newspaper? So this is the newspaper that I told you about when it comes to like money. So the Salon Times newspaper. This is another. Let's take the other newspaper.
This is TDN Africa Media. Don't forget, you're watching the breakfast show here at our studios, and also you're viewing us on Facebook, YouTube, and other social media platforms. Mind you, we come your way every weekday from Mondays to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. And today is no exception. We will be wrapping up today's program with, obviously, the newspaper headlines. And we employ that you go out and purchase one to further enlighten yourself on happenings around Sierra Leone. And also, don't forget to follow us, because most of our news will be uploaded later on in the day and at or in our social media platforms, YouTube and Facebook. So don't forget to follow, subscribe, and be informed.
So
and wrapping up today, what's your overall take? How has today really been?
It has been amazing. It has been amazing, really. We get to talk about women, and then you see that we're not biased. Because when you do bad as a woman, we're going to put it out there. And it's embarrassing for women as a whole, but it is what it is. So I would like to wrap up with reading the Salon Times newspaper. The one that I said, when it comes to money, I don't even know where Sierra Leone is getting all these monies from to like just miss it like that. Over 9.5 billion missing at NMA. What a life. We have not sold the airport, says NCP chairman. U.S. Embassy Sierra Leone funds on agric business development for women farmers in Bo District. Afrimoni introduces Masada to bill payment platform. Oh, Masada is a long-time company that you don't. It was a bit forgotten about, but it's good to see that you guys are there. So as we come to the end of today's edition, like my friend said, the program has been amazing. We are happy to sit in this chair and give you guys the news, credible and unbiased news from TDN. So I do hope it's just the start of the week, so really don't get tired. Don't start to get tired here. So you can always tune in for the breakfast show, 8:30 to 9:30. We have the health show coming up. We have Salon Talk. Salon Talk is a new program that will be heard today, 11 o'clock. And you will want to know about Sierra Leone. This is the funniest part on the program. And it is everything about Sierra Leone. So you're going to be tuning in to watch Sierra Leone, to like get everything about your country. And it is amazing. We also have the health program coming up, the entertainment program, which is spot on by our colleague.
And we have our sports program as well.
There is, yes, the sports program already aired. So I know you've watched the first edition. The education program coming up. There's the quiz show always with me, you know. So you guys just keep your views coming. Your opinion matters. Make sure you subscribe to our channels, Facebook, YouTube. We're also on TikTok to get the program. And the program, what the people say, is the program you will have the chance to express your most deepest feelings without being judged. So that is all for today. Have a lovely week. I am Sylvia John.
And I am Joy Claudia Edesoya. Enjoy the rest of your day.
We make music exclusive, brothers. MP Sounds.
Home, sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa. Home, sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa.
Greetings, family. I am in Sierra Leone and have successfully obtained citizenship with the help of African ancestry. May the Mende women whose lineage I am born into be pleased with me for returning home on their behalf. They were told they had entered the door of no return, but that has been proved wrong. We have come 360 degrees. It's our time now.
I did come home, melanin dripping like we never left. Black excellence, yeah, you know we are the best. 400 years away, you don't say why they pray for this day. Let us build each other up. Me famble come back home. Let's make Africa great. Black people come back home. Let's make Africa great. Black people come back
Home, sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa. Home, sweet home, come back home. Come back to Africa.
Let's make Africa great. Black people come back home. Let's make Africa great. Black people come back home.
Africa's not black, you feel slavery, we are far from it. I'm glad the land is green, together we will succeed.
From the black people around the world, Africa belongs to all of us. Come back home, let's be strong, divided we fall, united we stronger.
Accept it. Africa is in your DNA.
But it's all you give us alone, man, or you are Nigerian. Just listen, Emma wa Ghanaian. So divided we fall, united we stronger. Wale.
Home, sweet home,